And to the woman who got mad at the other lady in Kroger, the woman who asked your husband to help her get something down off the top shelf, it's giving extremely insecure.
So, your husband needs to ask you for permission to be kind to a stranger. He needs to look at you and ask you for permission, and you feel like that is a cool thing. You guys, let me bust your head and show you this video.
Y'all, I'm in Kroger, and you would not believe the audacity some people have. Me and my husband are in the shopping. My husband, the baby. Miss the baby, the baby. We in Kroger shopping. We on the aisle, and I'm looking at stuff. And this woman is with another woman, and she's like, "Sir, excuse me, sir. Can you reach this off the top shelf for me? We're short." I look at them. I look at him. He look at me. He said, "Boo." The fact that he knew he needed permission to help these people, and the fact that they thought they could just ask him and he was gonna move for them. The audacity. Ain't that right, boo? That done tickled my soul. So I say that to say this. If you are in the store, married or single, by yourself, and you need help, and you notice that the man that you about to ask help from is with a woman, the correct thing to say is, "Excuse me, ma'am, is it okay if your husband can help me get something from the shelf?" Don't put that man in that weird situation, because my husband's like, he didn't flinch, he didn't move, he looked at me, and he like, "Boo." And we both knew what that boo meant. So, but have a good day.
The fact that she feels like this is very cool to come on the internet to talk about and be like, "Oh, you need to ask, you have to, my husband has to ask for my permission before he can reach out something for somebody on the chef." The fact that she feels like it's a cool thing, now I'm bothered. I feel like that's what is making me scared. Like, so your husband needs to ask for your permission. What is there to just raise something up and give? Like, I just feel like there's something called insecurities, and that's what's going on in that relationship. You guys, what is your take on this video? Let me know your thought down in the comment section. I have interesting reaction to share with you. So let's watch these videos together, and I'll see you at the end of the videos.
And to the woman who got mad at the other lady in Kroger, the woman who asked your husband to help her get something down off the top shelf, it's giving extremely insecure. It's giving, I was going along my life and I was starting to lose hope. I couldn't find a man to marry me. I finally did, and now I'm holding on for dear life. And it's embarrassing. So just tell us the story. Tell us already so we can stop looking at you like you're the problem. How many women were there? How many times did he cheat? Did he end up making another baby on the outside, or was he safe? Just let us know.
And to that lady that's going viral because you was up in Kroger's, and she said it was too short of women on the aisles, and she was with her husband, and the ladies wanted the husband to grab some or reach something from the shelf, and then you said that your husband had to look at you and turn to you and ask you first before he did it. That's some shit that probably, maybe 15, 16, 17 years ago, I probably would have been like you. But as you grow older and you mature and you have more sympathy and compassion for people, you'll be like, that ain't nothing. Or I just can't see myself at this big age I am, acting like that. Now, they ain't like, unless they ask your husband for his winger dinger, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But that's your husband. And if your husband needs your permission to be a good citizen, and that's what y'all like, good for you, kudos to you. Okay? But me, myself, personally, in this day and age, I love that I have a respectable, husband. That he'll even open the door for somebody. I don't get offended. Because one thing I hate is walking in and I see preferably a man and it's damn cold outside and he rushing and I get clothes in the that ain't his job to do it. But some people just is courteous and have a heart. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't get offended. If it was my husband, we was up in K. Rogers and two people who couldn't reach something, I don't expect my husband to turn around and say, "Hey baby, can I get this for them?" Like, what? No, but to each his own. If that's the way you got your husband trained, shout out to you. But I like a respectable man. And I don't mind my husband on picking up something or getting something if somebody else can't get to it. Okay. What if it was two little men? Would you feel the same way? Or if it was just two little women you got in your feelings. But if it was two little men, would have reacted the same way? Y'all tap down in the comments. Did y'all see that?
Does the random lady in the grocery store who needs help reaching something on a higher shelf have to ask you permission before asking your husband for help? Some people don't want to get married is because some of y'all make marriage seem like the most miserable chain and ball situation. So this social media user was down to a local Kroger, her husband, and the baby. Whilst they was in the aisle, some lady looked at the man and said, "Excuse me, sir, can you help me reach that? Me and my friend are short." To which the husband turned to the wife and was like, "Boo," asking permission. These is this lady's words. She came to the internet and told us this. After receiving permission from his wife, the gentleman got the stuff off of a higher shelf. And then the lady came to the internet to let y'all women know that y'all need to ask the accompanying spouse permission before asking the gentleman for help. I said it before and I will continue to say it. What works for you in your marriage does just that. Works for you in your marriage. But please stay away from me with this piss poor marriage advice. Also want to say maybe my opinion is a little skewed. My man is a first responder. Every day he helping somebody. If this man had to ask me for permission, all I would be is, yes, you can. No, you can't. Yes, you can. I got things to do. Nevertheless, if I had to find a lesson here, I would say be respectful. I have also been in situations where people have asked my husband for help, but the ask for help was really a flirt. Excuse me, keep your hands to yourself. You don't need your hand to ask for help for something on the higher shelf. As long as it's respectful, I don't need no permission asked. This is your man? Like a toilet seat? Like, is everybody getting some ass? Like, why do you need permission for something as trivial as that? Like, either you're secure in being the wife or you're not.
Help from is with a woman. The correct thing to say is, "Excuse me, ma'am, is it okay if your husband can help me get something from the shelf?"
I saw this video come down my timeline, the FYP or whatever y'all want to call it, and I didn't bother downloading it because I felt like she said all she needed to say. But then I saw another video where people were talking about her husband should be a gentleman and she's doing too much and all of these things like that. Now I got an idea in my head why y'all feel she's doing too much, but I'm not going to say nothing about that. I'm going to stick to what I see in this video and what I've seen in the comment section. And this woman is exactly right. Anytime a man and a woman is in a store together or wherever they may be, and you need to approach that man for some kind of help, you should always greet that woman first. Assume that that's his wife. Assume that that's his woman. I don't understand how is this a debate, and it's women in the comment section saying that no, it's okay. She could have asked the husband. What? He don't know that woman. Now maybe if she was like 80, but he don't know that woman. Do y'all not know that people set up traps just to see how you gonna walk and fall into it? Y'all be on this internet arguing about the smallest things, and now you're telling me or trying to convince everybody that that woman's husband should not have looked at her to say, "Hey, do you mind?" He looked at her in code because he realized that the women did not greet his wife. That's a husband. He knows his wife. He knows how they run their marriage. That's why he did what he did, and he did exactly what he should have done.
This situation, because my husband's like,
Girl, you think somebody wants this? You actually think somebody wants this? The thing that a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of women uphold the idea that men are protectors while enforcing the idea of men actually being territorial. I had an ex-boyfriend, and one time we were driving and there was a woman and her car was broke down on the side of the road. Literally stopped driving, pulled over, pushed this woman into safety off onto the side of the road, and waited for her to be able to get some vehicle assistance because she didn't have a flat tire or anything like that. A man that you entertain that does not protect other women or provide for other women is not ever going to protect and provide for you. My ex-boyfriend never had to ask me for permission and say, "Do you mind if we go help that woman He literally said, oh my God, I see a woman broke down on the side of the road. Let's go on ahead and help her. And he said, if it was a man broken down on the side of the road, I wouldn't help him because I know how to get myself to safety as a man if I'm broken down on the side of the road. So I'm not going to help a man. But he's like, a woman, I'm going to make sure that she is to safety if she is having an issue. A lot of women that have a low self-esteem have to derive value from the fact that a man is being territorial over them while simultaneously not being a protector. Because men are not protectors. They're territorial over their interests. And the thing about it is that a lot of men out there actually would prefer to be protectors of women. It's a lot of the time women that have a low self-esteem are going to reinforce the territorial nature of men. I don't want you opening up the door for another woman. I don't want you asking another woman about her day. So because you are with a man, you're enforcing the territorial nature. But then when you decide to leave a situation with a man, then you want to get upset over the fact, well, why does he feel like he has ownership of me? Why does he feel like he's entitled to still deal with me? Why is he stalking me? Because you reinforce the fact that he should be territorial over you. Because if a man has to ask for permission for him to grab something because clearly he's tall enough to be able to get it, you took that as a threat, as if people want your man. You took that as a threat, as if women are literally going out their way to say, oh yeah, he look good, he look fine. Let me go up and ask him if he can grab something up top for me so I could try to steal him away from his woman. And I'm sorry, but they always look like this. The ones that make these videos, they always look like that. And that's the reason why they look like that. Because they know that they look like that, which is the reason why things like them bother them. Because the only sense of importance that a woman like that can have is the fact that a man would be territorial over her. And he clearly doesn't want to be territorial over her because he looked to her to ask for permission if he could help them or not. He looked for her to see how is she going to react if I help out another woman because she's so territorial over the situation. Never in my life have I put myself or put my partner in a predicament where he has to sit here and think twice about protecting another woman. When it comes to the protection of other women and helping other women and quote unquote providing, because technically this is providing. It may not be financial, but you're providing using your height as a man to be able to get something. I'm 5'1". Men always ask me at the grocery store, is it something too tall for you? Or they see me trying to reach and they'll just grab it for me. Who cares? Who cares? She's not secure in her situation. She clearly ain't secure in her situation. And judging by how she looked, she's with her match. I'm just keeping it real. She's with her match.
Y'all, I'm in Kroger, and you would not believe the audacity some people have. Me and my husband are in the shopping. My husband, the baby. Mr. Baby, the baby. We in Kroger shopping. We on the aisle now. I'm looking at stuff, and this woman is with another woman, and she's like, "Sir, excuse me, sir, can you reach this off the top shelf for me? We're short." I look at them, I look at him, he look at me, he said, boo. The fact that he knew he needed permission.
Y'all come on this app and embarrass yourself every single day. What is wrong with wanting help and not wanting something in exchange, like a phone number or any flirtatious ideas? Those women were simply asking for help because your husband is a tall stature and what they wanted was out of reach. And so how hard is it to say, oh yeah, and go on about your day? Now they making fun of you and the husband. Now y'all the laughing stock of the town. But this stems from y'all's own insecurities about your partners. Because if you trusted your partner, you wouldn't have to look at each other for validation or permission like y'all own each other. This is that high school stuff that I be talking about. And the crazy part is y'all are not around your partners 24/7. So what if you didn't go to the store with him? Would you have known in your head that, oh my God, somebody's asking my husband to pull something off the shelf. That's where trust comes in the relationship, in the marriage.
You don't trust your man. Just say that you do not trust your man. That is just it. And you don't trust him because you've caught him cheating before. You don't trust him because you know that he does things with this type of ladies. So you don't trust him. And that is why he knows. Maybe in fact it's giving both of you are even in a situation, probably you just forgave him for cheating few days ago. That is why he's looking at you and be like, boo, should I help there? Boo, because he knows that he's on that trial. And that is why he's trying to be kind or trying to ask for your permission for that. Why do married women feel like when you just pass as a fine babe, you just pass beside their husband, you want to snatch their husband? Why do they feel like their husband, we are interested in their husband? Why do you feel like the husband are so cute that those are the men that we want? Or I don't get it. The fact that you feel like these girls want your man is crazy. They might not even be looking at him like that. They don't even look at him that way. And you just ask to just help reach this. In fact, what is there? What is there? Why do they have to kneel down and beg you so that please, madam, help me to beg your husband? So it's not something like so big that this is giving. I fought so hard to find this husband, and you all cannot use my husband anyhow. I am going to secure this man forever. So if you're single and you need help, go get yourself a man. That's what's given. And I kind of agree with the last scripture saying that if you're not there, because you're not with your partner 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's not possible. Both of you are not together. So if you were not there, probably you were on the other role looking for something and you was alone at that place. You think it will run and be like, hold on, let me go tell my wife, boo, boo, I want to help somebody get. Do you think he's going to do that? He's not going to do that. So what is it? What's he's not going to do that. Even if you're in the same store with him, well, you're not just together at that point. You went to another section to look for something else. He's not going to run and come and meet you. He will take those things for those ladies. So probably was thinking you now come and say, oh, you want to snatch my man or what? I don't get it. What is wrong with you being a man that is kind to other? Like I feel like there's some things that you don't need to tell your man that he's supposed to do when he see people in that needs help. Are you not happy when you see your man helping people that needs help? Everything is all about they want to snatch your husband. Nobody want to snatch your husband. Nobody is interested in snatching your husband. Nobody is interested in it. So I personally feel like they have a story. Just like one of the creators saying that she needs to tell us a story, what is really going on in the relationship. And she needs to tell us. I feel like they are probably should just forgive him of cheating last week or a few days ago. And he's trying to be a good man to her. So she doesn't trust him with women and all of that. So she's feeling my man gotta ask me for permission. Like, girl. You guys, what is your take on this video? Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always. Do you agree with her? Let me know your thoughts. And thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.